There's something that has to take place, all right, now. You got to do this right now, all right? Because you cannot leave here surprised, all right? You cannot leave here surprised. You have got to leave this facility aware and knowing what the hell to expect as best you can and what's going on the outside, okay? One of the things I want to keep in the forefront is this. You need to understand, like I understand, that every man in this room is different. You're not the same, all right? I think a lot of times what happens as we do drug counseling and classes like this, we try to talk to everybody as if they're the same, as if they got the same issues, as if you see things the same way and you don't, all right? Some of you guys will leave here with a family that's intact. Some of you guys will leave here with a family that really don't want to see you no more. Am I right or wrong? You follow? Some of you will leave here with a job. Some of you will leave here unemployed. Some of you have educations. Some of you don't. And we have to take every last bit of that into consideration. I was talking to a gentleman right here. He is 54 years of age. My man right here is 36. Them two different people. You follow? What's going on with that 54-year-old guy and what's going on with the 36-year-old guy and what's going on with somebody in this room in their 20s is altogether different. All right? You at some point in time are going to have to create something. You are going to have to create your own recovery plan based on what it is you are recovering from. You see what I mean? Based on where you come from and based on where you going when you leave here. You follow what I'm saying? Okay? One of the things that you have got to do, you have got to understand and you have got to have goals. You must have goals, all right? These goals are important because they give you a plan. They are used as a guide and they give you some type of direction. You cannot leave this facility blind, all right? You have to know where you're going and you have to know what it is you need to do. Too many people leave prison ready to play, just simply ready to get out, ready to go see everybody, ready to go hang out again, all right? Everybody in this room is now suffering from something that most people do not suffer from. You are suffering from what I call time loss. Y'all understand what I just said? Time loss. You have a block of time where a lot of productive things did not happen in your life. So therefore, when you leave here, there's one thing that you do not have. You do not have time to waste. I don't have none. You understand what I'm saying? Okay? When you write these goals, you have to be specific. And you have to write them relative to what's happening with you and relative to what you're going through. All right? Your goals should include the area of family. All right? You need to list all the things that you feel are going on with family that you need to address. All right? Some of you have been away from your families for years. Am I right or wrong? All right? Like the gentleman here, I was talking to him. He's 54 years of age. Okay? Done a big one. All right? We talking about doing over 15 years of incarceration. When you do that, somebody that you left that was first born when you come home, now they now 15, 20 years old. Do you know how many things you have missed? There's a baby that you did not hug. You follow? A baby you did not hug. A diaper you did not change. Okay? While I'm on this topic, you got to understand something else. You got to understand and you have got to be okay with what you lost and what you missed relative to your family. It's gone. All right? Certain things are not going to happen anymore. Anybody's mother died since you've been here? All right? Now, that's a deep thing, to lose your mother while you incarcerated, okay? My brother lost our mother while he was incarcerated. When he came home, I asked him a question. I said, man, what's it like to be home and mama's not here? He said, man, this is the first time I have ever come back from anywhere and mama not here. You follow? I can't go by mama's house when I get out of here. I can't have a meal with my mama when I get out of here. Now, dealing with my mother's death incarcerated and dealing with my mama's death free is two different things. All right? That becomes a goal. How do I deal with the absence of my mother when I leave this place? All right? Some of you have children who are somewhat mad at you. Anybody got a relationship like that? Where you're not getting the respect from your kids that you feel as though a father should have. Now you got a question. You follow? With a father like me, that has done what I have done to my children, what would their reception to me be like? Now you got to be careful about something in the area of your family, because your family could also be a trap. By you being incarcerated, by you being the inmate, the prisoner, the offender, whatever title you using, you are the designated bad guy. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? All right? You are in a position where you have to make promises and deals with members of the family. All right? You on the telephone and you writing letters right now telling them what you're not going to do no more. Am I right or wrong? Am I right or wrong? You see what I mean? But there's something you need from them also. My family members have something I need. Food, shelter, clothing, transportation, and some money. You got to make sure that when you come home and you deal with that family, you are definitely going to need them, but how long can you remain a burden? Did y'all understand what I just said? All right, I need you for support, but I do not want to become a burden. All right? Because, see, there's a funny thing about me. I don't know about you. I don't like asking people for stuff. Anybody else? I do not like that. All right? I do not like, because it makes me feel like a bum. It makes me feel like a bum. It makes me feel like a beggar. As I'm doing my goals, if you notice what I just said, I have to also understand, what is it about me? Write this down. I want this written down. What is it about me that may interfere with the accomplishment of my goals, my personal characteristics? All right? One of mine is that I'm prideful. I have a lot of pride. Anybody else? I don't like asking people for stuff. All right? I don't like eating food that I did not participate in the purchase of. I don't like that. I don't like living in somebody else's house. All right? I feel like I'm interfering with their progress and their process. All right? When I don't have money, all right, when I do not have money, I feel inferior and inadequate. And it depresses the hell out of me to be broke. Anybody else? You know what I mean? Write this down. What does broke make you do? Jot that down. All right? How do you feel when you do not have any money? Also, in the area of your family, there's something else we need to know. You need to figure out, what is it that I owe? Or what is it that they owe? Because some of you may go back to the family with a boatload of guilt. Some of you may go back to the family with a boatload of anger. Okay? Because there's a funny thing happens after you do time. People forget you. Am I right or wrong? You know what I mean? They write a bunch of long-ass letters when you first get here. I'm missing you, still running that nickname crap. I miss you, boo. You know what I mean? Loving you, thinking about you. It ain't around here without you. Am I right or wrong? On the phone crying and stuff, and it may be a blur in the ink, and they'll tell you, that's my tear. Y'all get that? That's my tear. You see what I mean?